You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Beerus, the god of destruction. Make sure you subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and push the like button for me, or else I'll Hakai you from existence.
Oh, and do make sure to watch the entire video all the way through. And to follow UnrealEntGaming on both Instagram and Twitter.
Whis, enough. On to the video.
So with Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 70 looming over the horizon, scheduled to be released in just about 28 to 48 hours, here today, courtesy of DBS Hype over on Twitter, we have the official manga chapter summary spoilers, in which basically goes on to lay out the entirety of what Granolah is going to do following his wish having to be granted, and the entire layout going forward in terms of what Granolah is going to be pursuing, or more or less who in this case, especially after Whis having to pick up the overall idea that Granolah is now officially the strongest under a specific condition. So if of course you guys are new to the channel and want to be up to date with everything in regards to Dragon Ball Super and the Dragon Ball Super manga, then I do encourage you guys to go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single video posted on this channel, as well as giving this video a big fat thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply stoked, ready, excited, and hyped to see what's going to happen involving Granolah, the Heaters, Goku, and Vegeta, because now things are most definitely going to get even more interesting than how they were before. And as of course you guys can see on your screen, we have a few more leaks and images to showcase to you guys here. Now, I'm getting heavy Gowasu / Zamasu vibes here, in a sense where Monaito, the Elder Namekian, came outside of his home to see that Granolah had used the Dragon Balls to grant his wish, and it's also very compelling to see how once Granolah takes off, the Elder Namekian drops down on the floor, and he seems to be having a hard time kind of processing this, only because he assumed and thought that Granolah was going to be someone who wasn't going to make this kind of wish, or at least be in a situation to where he wasn't going to be as selfish as he is to try to go after Frieza and the Saiyans to get his revenge. But that's all that Granolah is right now. He's shrouded and covered in revenge, and that's the one thing that seems to be holding him together, in the fact that Granolah wants to go out of his way to do this. But it's also interesting to note here that Whis, as of course you guys can see, is the only one that seems to know and kind of have his finger on the pulse momentarily in seeing what the heck is going on. And the one thing I don't like about this is the fact that I like long hair Granolah. I think that it kind of suits him, but for whatever reason he decided to cut his hair. I think that he kind of realized that it didn't suit him, but I think as a viewer it suits us a little better because he does look more intimidating, he does look more, I would dare say, badass. But Whis does acknowledge the situation as being a very big problem. So why Whis doesn't go out of his way to tell Goku and Vegeta that there is another person that just so happened to have now miraculously jumped up in powers beyond me, but I think as the story unfolds, Whis is eventually going to tell him. So what's even more remarkable is, as of course you guys can see on screen right now, the way we get to see how Granolah is fighting against one of the Heater members, which just so happens to be Oil, is done in such a way to where prior Granolah wasn't able to touch any of the Heaters. He was considered fodder, he was considered someone that was so far behind in terms of power scaling even compared to Frieza, and now he's able to slap these dudes around like nothing, or at least 2 out of the 4 he does with Maki and Oil. But that's not really saying much until he goes up against the big dogs, Frieza, Vegeta, Goku. So until we do end up getting that, then we can more or less see and dictate where Granolah is going to be. But we do have the summary spoilers, and courtesy of DBS Hype over on Twitter, the following Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 70 spoiler summary page goes as follows. Now, the title, Greatest Warrior in the Universe, with Granolah asking Tarambo to become the strongest warrior in the universe, the dragon clarifies that meaning as strongest being apart from the gods, but he explains that he can only make him stronger than he is now by awakening his latent potential. Granolah is disappointed that his wish cannot be fulfilled, but the Cerulean Dragon says that if Granolah accepts a condition, the wish can be made. Granolah answers the dragon that he is willing to accept any condition. On Beerus Beerus' planet, Vegeta tries to destroy a stone and succeeds, but Beerus notices that he only broke it using ki. Beerus explains that the Hakai erases something from existence, which he demonstrates with the stone, and accidentally damages the current issue of the God comics that he was reading. From a distance, Goku noticed that Beerus destroyed once again, but accepts that Vegeta gets trained by Beerus. Goku only focuses by improving his Ultra Instinct and wonders which one of them will be the strongest in the universe at the end. Even though with not having someone particularly in mind, Whis tells Goku that it's not certain that the strongest will be one of these two. He asks the Oracle Fish, who just wakes up and says that the strongest in the universe will appear soon. Vegeta suddenly appears in front of the fish saying, and I quote, "That's gonna be me." He puts a tiny stone on his finger and destroys it with a Hakai. Now he wants to be able to destroy bigger things. Back on planet Sorel, Tarambo disappears and the two Dragon Balls separate across the planet. Granola's appearance changed with having longer hair. He moves up a rock and fires it to a nearby mountain, causing it to explode, causing Monaito to wake up. He also has a bad feeling and notices that the Dragon Balls are gone. He walks out, sees Granolah floating in the sky, and confronts him about whether he used the Dragon Balls. Granolah confirms and explains that he became the strongest in the universe and is able to defeat FRIEZA now. Monaito figures that he accepted the condition and is angry about him being so foolish. He warns Granolah that strong power brings new enemies. Granolah doesn't get it as he is now the strongest, but Monaito replies, even if you're the strongest now, you don't know about tomorrow, which of course is true. Granolah flies up and notices that he can sense any FRIEZA-like presence around nearby planets, meaning that he will ask Alec. Ignoring Monaito, he flies away. The old Namekian stumbles over a stone and regrets letting Granolah go. Granolah is seen leaving planet Sorel and Whis oversees him on the staff while Goku and Vegeta pester the Oracle Fish to admit either one of them is going to be the greatest warrior in the universe, but the Oracle Fish refuses to tell them. The Oracle Fish leaves as Whis continues to watch Granolah, who he observes cutting his hair back to the style it was before. Whis notices that this could be trouble. 2 days later, Granolah makes his way to the Heeta hideout and past the guard to meet Alec, who is surprised to see him and he is interrupting his dance performance. He asks what Granolah wants, to which he replies he's looking for the location of FRIEZA. Alec questions as to why he brought that up and sends his dancers away, while reminding Granolah that he told him his power isn't enough to defeat FRIEZA. Granolah says no, that he will defeat him. After all, he is now the strongest warrior in the universe. It sounds like a child. I'm the strongest, right? The Heaters laugh at him for such words, and Alec tells him that it's almost time for dinner and he has no time to talk about his dreams. Granolah insists that it's not a dream and he begs for them to tell where FRIEZA is. Oil confronts Granolah with the two beginning to fight, but Granolah easily dodges using one of his fingers to send the guy flying back into the wall. Alec and the others are surprised, Maki questioning as to how he had done this. Granolah says once again that he has become strong. Alec seems intrigued and orders Oil to go back into the fight with Granolah as he wants to see Granolah's true strength. Oil rushes in at Granolah and slams the ground as Granolah dodges in time. He returns the attack with a hit of his own to Oil's face before avoiding another strike. Granolah continues to avoid Oil's assault and the Heaters are shocked. Granolah then shoots a blast of his own, but Oil dodges that too. It is then he notices that he put too many holes in the floor and he falls through. Granolah tells Alec to stop as they are not enemies. Alec tells him not to be scared and then asks Oil if he's done and if they should swap for Maki. Oil returns with the piece of the flooring and throws it at Granolah, who seems to catch it and then reduces it to dust. Maki steps in and rushes at Granolah with an energy attack in both hands. She swipes at him, but Granolah dodges and manages to tie her hands up with his scarf. He yanks her around until she is cut loose by Gas. Maki thanks Gas and tells him to be careful. Granolah is the real deal. Alec interrupts and says it's okay. Gas doesn't have to fight and they can stand back up. It's enough. He understands Granolah's true strength, but he wants to know how he came into this rapid growth. Granolah, however, says that he won't say unless Alec gives up the information of FRIEZA's location. Granolah says that he used the Dragon Balls. Alec thought as much and notes that it must be the Dragon Balls on planet Sorel. Granolah confirms this and says that he had obtained the universe's greatest power from it too. Alec tells him that they've come to an agreement and to wait because they don't even know FRIEZA's exact location. It'll take time for them to find out, so he tells him to go back to planet Sorel and they'll contact him. Granolah agrees but tells him to hurry. He doesn't have time. Alec asks what does he mean by that, and Granolah reveals that he has a little lifespan remaining. Maki is surprised, surely he has at least 50 years. Don't Cerealians live up to 200 years old? Granolah confirms he would have lived that long, but he had exchanged his remaining lifespan for power. A flashback of the dragon reveals the exchange, of course, as we've seen. Granolah then takes his leave, and the Heaters have dinner. As they eat, Oil asks if Alec really will tell where FRIEZA is at. Maki says that if he kills FRIEZA, then they can go work without having to see FRIEZA's face. Alec calls her stupid and then says that if that happens, then Granolah will at least be at the top. It has to be them, the Heaters, they have to be on top. It'll be a problem if Granolah crushes the FRIEZA army. Gas speaks up and says that their ultimate goal to put FRIEZA's army under their control. Alec says that is correct. With FRIEZA's infamous army at their disposal, there's more of a chance for business, and that there's a reason he hasn't been in business partners with FRIEZA before. As for what Alec will do, it will seem that Granolah must die, but can it be done now that he's the greatest warrior in the universe? Alec tells the Heaters he has a good idea. They'll use the Saiyans. Oil notes that it must be the two Saiyans who defeated Moro. Maki asks the data that they got from 7-3 and says that they were absolutely absurdly strong. Alec says that he'll get them two to fight 2-on-1. Oil says that Granolah has a grudge against the Saiyans. If he finds out about the remaining ones, he'll have no result but to fight them. Alec agrees and says that even if Granolah is the strongest in the universe, if it's two against him, then it's game over. Meanwhile, Granola's ship is flying away while Goku and Vegeta continue their training. It seems that the fate of these three is about to cross. But in the end, I want to go on ahead and get your thoughts in the comment section below involving two specific things. Number one, I genuinely want to get your thoughts on Granola's power level. Now, I know the scaling kind of seems a little weird, and a lot of people seem to kind of find it hard to believe that Granolah is going to surpass Goku and Vegeta and everything they have become, including Ultra Instinct, right? So if you guys do believe that Granolah is going to be on par with the Saiyans, then let me know. If you guys believe that perhaps maybe he's going to be stronger than them, including Ultra Instinct, then let me know in the comment section below. And lastly, what do you think the plan, the ultimate plan, with the Heaters are going to be? Because they clearly have an interest in all of this and they kind of have something up their sleeve, or at least Alec does. So I want to get your thoughts on the overall narrative including them, because I don't want to disregard the Heaters as being a fodder group or an ass group, only because I think that they have more value to the story, or at least they're going to be adding to the story in the future. So until proven otherwise, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. So again, I am going to have the entirety of the manga chapter reviewed and broken down on the channel in just about 28 to 48 hours. So if of course you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, give this video a big fat thumbs up, and I'm going to be seeing you guys for the big breakdown review of manga chapter number 70. Take it easy guys and have a great day. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you exit the video, if you guys are unaware, follow me on my secondary channels, which are also used to discuss and talk about all kinds of different subjects and topics, including gaming and live streams, beginning with Unreal Network, which is a channel dedicated in discussing all kinds of movies, breakdowns, current events, scary stories, theories, and more. So if you are someone who is into the entertainment world, then that's the channel for you. So head on over and subscribe over on Unreal Network, which up next is Unreal Vlogs, where I bring you guys a little closer into my life and taking you behind the scenes with vlogging content, parody videos, reactions, motivational videos, uplifting videos, and more. So if you want to get to know me on more of a personal level, then that's the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button to always be in the loop with Unreal Vlogs. And lastly, my gaming channel, Unreal Royale, where on that channel we dive more into the world of gaming, ranging from all different kinds of video games, from Dragon Ball to Resident Evil to Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Gears of War, Minecraft, all kinds of horror games, shooters, RPGs, and more, including live streams. So if you're a gamer and are into the gaming world, then smash that subscribe button over at Unreal Royale and experience the ride with me. I want to thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so very much for your support, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you in the next video.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead!
Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes, but Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
FRIEZA.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, all lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!